And this is Star Shadow, and welcome back to Nerd Talk here on the United Nerd Alliance. This week we are going to be talking about Star Trek Enterprise and why we, after kind of years of avoiding it, why we now think it doesn't actually suck.
Yeah, I was actually avoiding it, and I was like, nah, it's garbage. It's not real Star Trek, because, it was so boring.
Yeah, it's like I watched the first season 4 times, and not on purpose. It's just that by the time you got to the end, you got so bored you stopped, and then when you went to watch it again,
when they left on a cliffhanger and you were just so bored, you just forgot to go watch it, and when you came back to it,
you realized you didn't forget what the hell the cliffhanger was about. So I had to go back and watch everything again.
It's so funny. They always say Bakula killed it, but I don't really think so. I mean, come on, he's really great. He's a good actor. I like him as a captain. Yeah, he's a pretty good captain. I mean, it wasn't his fault because some of the writing was shitty. I mean, I have to admit that.
Yeah.
I mean, the first seasons and the second season, it was kind of a little, I don't even know who would think that was going to be interesting. Like, oh, let's just write this. And then you put it on a screen and like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the first season, second season a bit, because you do get to see, the ship grow, the crew grow.
Yeah, the funny part is you only like the first and second season after 3 and 4.
Yeah, because, you get to see T'Pol come along and how her relationship with Archer and, even Trip eventually grows.
Which is kind of really awesome because, I mean, after watching all of it, as a whole, you really wind up loving it because you're like, well, this is actually, it stays true to Star Trek, like, because of season 3 or 4, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess they got better writers, or maybe the writers just decided to wake up.
I don't know. I actually kind of find it hard to believe that they lost ratings in 3 and 4.
3 and 4, because 3 and 4 was the most epic season
because
ever.
that actually took on a very Deep Space Nine feel to it.
The problem is you had to watch 1 and 2 for 3 or 4, so you have to get through all that.
Yeah.
There's just some episodes that if I've seen it already like 4 times, because I always try to get through half. I would stay half, and I could not tell you what they were about.
Yeah, so I don't remember. Like,
I just spaced out.
I think the most I remember from season 1 is the first episode, Broken Bow.
I don't even remember the
with the
first
Klingons.
episode. Oh yeah,
and that one episode where Trip and Reed decide to do the face cam themselves because they don't want to go back to Jupiter Station.
Oh, I love that. That was cool.
Yeah.
But one of the things is the whole the Dominion, the creature that changed color.
Before we continue there will be spoilers about the seasons. About some major episode arcs if you have not seen it yet, or don't want to see it, just stop listening at this point.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I didn't think about that, but like I was saying, the whole Dominion thing really got annoying there for a minute.
The Dominion Deep Space Nine.
I mean, not Dominion.
The Suliban.
The Suliban. They remind me of the Dominion, though.
No, the Xindi remind me more of the Dominion.
That is true. But, I mean, the Suliban kind of remind you of that. I'm getting my Star Trek mixed up. But anyway, the Suliban really frustrated me there for a minute. Because, I mean, the only time they got cool was, like, at the end of 2.
Kind of. Actually, the only time they got cool was when, the main leader, what's his name? The one who
he
died.
Dies, yeah.
Yeah, what's his name?
When he starts trying to protect them, but at the same time, I don't know. It just gets frustrated because.
Yeah, I also found out that a lot of stuff I actually heard at conventions about the show was wrong.
Like, what did you hear?
I heard that the guy giving the Suliban orders on the Temporal Cold War was actually Archer in the future.
I know, I heard that. Oh yeah,
I heard that a lot too. But
I just,
I was waiting for that to be revealed, and it's actually wrong. And then I heard that the series finale, These Are the Voyages, was a 4-part episode.
Which I could kind of...
Everybody was complaining about how that should not have been a 4-part episode, so when we finally watched it on Netflix, it's not a 4-part episode. So that really confused the hell out of me.
I know. Yeah, I know. I was waiting for it to be real that it was Archer. I mean, it kind of does remind you of Archer, especially when he starts,
I mean...
The leader of the lizard people that...
The Suliban?
I keep forgetting their name, darn it. But yeah, those... I say when he starts trying to protect Archer there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe everybody's just going off that one episode.
Yeah, where
Archer gets stuck in the future and he has to come through that portal when they talk.
So everybody seems to think, or maybe somebody stopped at that episode and like, oh, let's just say that's what happened, and they probably didn't watch the rest of it.
But yeah, 3 and 4, with the whole. When the Xindi came in, that actually brightened that series up.
It was really interesting. With the whole going to Expanse thing, now that was really Star Trek.
I kind of wish though that they would have wrapped up the Suliban story before jumping to the Xindi.
Yeah, I know, because I mean, there was a whole period of time like, what happened to these guys?
Yeah,
like, they're not there anymore. I know, and he didn't go back to them until that one episode.
Yeah, it kind of petered out with no closure.
Yeah.
But I still like when the Xindi came in. For me, it took on a very Deep Space Nine feel.
Yeah, and then with the orbs and stuff like that.
Yeah, with the
really
whole,
cool.
Each episode is basically a cliffhanger to the next episode. Everything leads in.
The orbs kind of remind me of something from Voyager.
Yeah, and the whole the Orbillators, I forgot what their name is, but the ones who tricked the Xindi into destroying humanity. I kind of wish maybe there was a bit more in them too. They kind of just came in toward the last season, kind of like an excuse for the Xindi to band together with the humans. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, they needed a reason to.
Yeah, well, except not the Reptilians, but for the other Xindi to band together with the humans. That kind of seemed like forced a bit.
It did kind of seem forced, especially when they just come onto the ship in that one episode, and they're just screwing up everything, and they're only that one episode. You're like, I mean, they did find that one guy.
Yeah, but
inside the the experiment guy.
Yeah, but he kind of never really went anywhere.
No, he just dies. He just fades away because he can't live in this universe. Think about it, is they like only have them once. Like, I mean, they have them sporadically throughout the thing, but I mean, they only have their one episode dedicated to them, and they just go on. They just get thrown off really quickly.
And which leads us to season 4. Actually, season 4 was kind of good, but I come to think of it now, it was kind of jumpy. Like,
yeah, it kind of was, but it was really interesting.
It was still interesting, but after the whole.
Because if I needed to, I do remember a lot of episodes from 3 and 4. I don't remember anything from.
After the whole run on season of 3, each episode tells one part of the story. Season 4 kind of became jumpy.
Yeah.
But I kind of, speaking of season 4, I kind of feel that some episodes should have been in different orders.
Yeah, I know.
Like Terra Prime, that episode should not have been where it was. Between In a Mirror Darkly and To the Voyages.
Ooh, I love the Mirror episode of Star Trek. That was so epic. That one felt
yeah, that one
felt like Star Trek.
Yeah, I love that one. It was interesting to see Archer and his crew in the original series uniforms.
And then being all like bad, like bad boys instead of just being like the good,
Yeah, it was also interesting to see that that one ship, the USS Defiant, that appears in the Tholian Web episode.
Yeah.
It just kind of appears in one episode of the original series, and then you kind of never hear from it again.
Yeah, that was kind of so fun to see the whole crew dressed in the original.
Yeah.
Like, to pull looked awesome, and the blue dress,
and it's kind of interesting to see, that one little ship that just makes an appearance in one episode, kind of played a bigger story there.
And I kind of love how Archer, he's kind-hearted in general, and the fact that he had to do this stuff he didn't want to kind of fractured his
go crazy.
His psyche. Yeah, he started going crazy.
Yeah, it was all interesting. It kind of leads us to the series ending, the series finale. These are the Voyagers. I liked it, but at the same time, I didn't.
I loved it, but it was in the wrong order.
Yeah, I kind of feel that Terra Prime episode should not have been the episode right before it.
No.
I don't know why, but that episode felt like a season 1 episode. It felt like something that should not have been in that season. It kind of had no place in that season for me. Stormfront, though, was pretty good. I feel like it should have been In a Mirror Darkly and Stormfront, then These Are the Voyages. Because Stormfront was for the Nazis.
Yeah.
That one seemed more like an ending episode than anything.
Oh my god, you're like, that was kind of awesome because you're like, what? At the end.
I know, I think that was season 3. That was a shock.
You're like, what's going on? Like, wait, like, you're like, so it was kind of cool to see them going to the past. I mean, it was interesting. The
whole temporal code war thing was interesting. I just kind of wish that.
I just love how they worked the whole going into the future, into the past. Like, they worked time travel so well into it. So they started it from season 1 and they kept that actually.
Yeah. I just kind of feel like it should have had a better ending. Like, I know Stormfront kind of played as the ending of the whole temporal code war. They destroyed those guys. Yeah. The Sudaban leader died. They fixed it all up. But I kind of wish it had a more satisfying ending for that.
But one of the things I really loved was the Tellurides. I love their interaction with the humans.
Yeah, I love seeing them too. It's bouncing away from series finale. It was interesting to see them too because you just see them once, I think, in Journey to Babel.
Yeah.
The original series. And I know Kirk or Spock or Sarek says that they love to argue just to argue. And it was kind of interesting to see more of that in this series.
I also liked the antenna guys. I love
the Andorians.
The Andorians. The Andorians are also awesome. They're cute. They're adorable.
I kind of wish we saw more of them. Like, it's been a while since I've seen Next Generation, but do the Andorians really pop up in Next Generation that much?
I know they pop up a few episodes.
Yeah, because I remember there was only, like, again, in Journey to Babel was when I remember seeing the Andorians.
I also love to see their interactions with, the humans, and then their interactions with the ones who argue all the time.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
I say, but, that whole interaction with the two species that were fighting, Tellarites and Andorians, it's really sad to see how it goes, but I love the way the humans react to it.
Yeah. I also kind of like seeing more of the Tholians.
Yeah.
Again, we just see them once in original series in the Tholian Web, which is the episode that leads into In a Mirror Darkly. But yeah, it was interesting to see more of the history of how everything leads into original series.
Yeah. Also, I love to see the Gorn.
Yeah. Even though they never met them until that one episode. Oh, I don't remember the episode name of the original series.
Yes, but that was the Mirror universe.
Right, I always forget that.
So even if they did meet them in the Mirror universe, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, right. Good point. One thing I do want to point out with that is that it bugs me, even though it's CGI, how the guy in the rubber costume from original series looks way more realistic than CGI going from that episode. And it should be backwards, but that episode just kind of makes you miss the guy in the rubber suit.
The funny part is the guy in the rubber suit looks so stupid, and it just looks so fake.
It's a guy in a rubber suit.
But he was more real than the CGI.
Yeah, you kind of just wish they would have just done a guy in a rubber suit for that episode. I know it was early 2000s, and the CG wasn't that great for TV shows at the time, but still, they could have done better. Before we get back to talking about the last episode again, one thing I do like about this series is the technology isn't ridiculous. Like, yes, the scanners are smaller, the communicators are slightly smaller, but it's not ridiculously advanced like it is in Discovery.
I know that it knows with Discovery.
Like, in Discovery, they have that little robot crew memory. Like,
you're like, where the F did that go in the original series?
Yeah, like, where are these robots in the original series? Where's that guy with the cybernetic pieces on his head in Discovery? Where are those in the original series?
It's not like, oh, well, let's just, for the sake of saying, oh, it wasn't on Enterprise, but
Enterprise is supposed to be the most advanced ship in the fleet. Enterprise is always the most advanced ship in the fleet.
So you're like, where are those guys? I know that really frustrated me.
Yeah, that was kind of bugged me too about the original series. I think it's a Doomsday Machine when the NCC 1700 shows up.
Oh yeah.
So you're like, if the Enterprise is the second one of the it's NCC 1701, then why isn't the USS Constitution the most advanced fleet in the ship? It's the first of its class.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's a pointless discussion.
But yeah, it's just this whole series is interesting, and if you give it a chance, you'll probably love it like we did.
Yeah.
I mean, they said, never judge a book by its cover, which I was judging a lot.
Or never judge by what you hear at conventions.
Yeah. Or maybe, get to the first episode, to get yourself to the torment, and maybe, you'll start seeing.
Actually, I think with Enterprise, you should make it the whole first season.
Yeah.
Because the first episode is...
That's what I mean, the first season. Make it to the whole first,
At least get to the cliffhanger.
Because the whole first season kind of is a little tormenting to watch, but it's necessary because you have to see, the growth.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because, it's fun to see how to, kind of trip it to pole, kind of go from hating each other to, in Terra Prime being sad that their clone baby died.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of, it was interesting to see T'Pol and, showing such emotion with Trip there.
I know.
Which leads us into back again, which leads us back to the whole series ending. And I kind of feel that Trip's death was kind of unnecessary.
I know, it was unnecessary. It was stupid how he died.
Yeah, I kind of wish he had died in the planet-saving arch or not.
Yeah, I know.
Because
he gets off the planet, he has to die on the ship. Like,
yeah,
why?
I mean, it seems like he kind of just panics and just panics and then kills himself.
Like he could have thought something through. I mean, they've been in worse situations.
Yeah,
and he panics like that.
They have a ship full of Magos too by that time. By that time, they have a permanent squad of Magos stationed on the ship. Like, you think, I don't know, T'Pol would have registered the fact that they beamed on board.
I know.
And they would have sent Magos to that spot. I mean, yes, I know Archer and Trip would have been in danger for a bit, but kind of when haven't they been in danger?
I know. There was worse danger than that. Like when they turn into different race. Yeah,
that one. Yeah, or heck, the Sudaban caught them several times when they got out of it.
So him down that was so stupid.
Yeah,
it was just like an excuse just to get rid of the character.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that heroic of an ending. I mean, I know he kind of saves Archer in a way, but I kind of think he deserved a better death than that, if they had to kill him at all. And I kind of, I do like the fact that there was Archer and the fact, not Archer, Riker.
Oh, yeah.
The fact, they kind of put it in the middle of season 7 of, Next Generation.
It was frustrating that all this time you weren't watching. You were just watching the history through his eyes.
Which kind of brings the question to the point, though. Is the whole series of history through his eyes or just the one episode?
I know, that's what... I don't know. If the whole series is, that's bullshit.
Yeah. But
I'm really hoping it's just a one episode, because, even though it was really cool to see, the next, Riker and, like, the Next Generation type ship and,
Yeah.
timeline seeing in there.
It was interesting the fact.
Even though it was kind of fun to see that was before what he got before he got on the Enterprise.
Who?
Riker.
Riker was on the Enterprise by that time.
No, that shit was different because he was just trying to get to know.
No, that was that in season 7.
Oh, that's weird because they make it feel like such a different like. Maybe it's when he started. I don't know.
No, it was that one episode where they find his old ship and they're trying to do clocking devices.
Oh yeah, why did they make it so different then?
Well, it's been like what?
It's like
30 years?
It's like they totally forgot. They totally forgot some details. Like fuck those details or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of been like 30 years. So.
But that's what it felt that episode. There are some details in there.
I kind of do wish they hadn't done that.
I know.
In a way, just because the 10-year time jump and everything kind of felt like. I mean, you kind of really didn't get to see, what happened with Archer. Yeah. I mean, not Archer. With T'Pol and Trip. What happened with, Reed. What happened with the rest of the characters. They kind of didn't feel like, you kind of watched them all grow up for these 4 years, and then it kind of takes a back seat to Riker's dilemma.
But it's just kind of weird because it's like, they just forgot some details. But it was kind of awesome to see, the way Riker was. I love to see the way Riker was, the way he admired the characters, He was so excited to meet,
Archer.
Yeah, remember? He's, like, short. I love the whole scene with Troy when she goes, like, ooh, he's cute.
I know, that's hilarious.
If I was an actor and I was doing that, I think I would have just...
Started laughing.
Because he was supposed to be, like...
Frozen,
Archer was supposed to be frozen. I would have just lost it.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. I also love the way he was like when he met Trip. He was like, "You're short."
Yeah. At the final scene, the very, very final scene, I felt that was backwards too.
Yeah.
Like, why start with Picard and then go to the series and then go to the NX-01?
I know. It should have.
I kind of felt like I should have started with Archer saying, "These are the voyages."
Yeah,
and
I know. Because it's Enterprise. It's about Archer's ship and Archer's life. Why could they start with Archer, then Kirk?
And then Picard goes to show him how it went, not go backwards from how it went. I mean,
what happened to Voyager in there?
Voyager's not Enterprise.
No. Why wasn't... they should have had her voice in there, too.
Yeah, but it was just of Enterprise.
Oh, true. Voyager isn't... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But
because if you're going to go with that reason, they should have had Sisko.
I know they should have had Sisko. I know, I was like, wait, but yeah, it's just Enterprise. But yeah, that is true. I mean, They did have it backwards.
Yeah, because, I mean, I get they wanted the last shot to be the NX-01.
Yes, but why couldn't they just do a scene where, like, what's his name was saying bye or something and was looking out, and then...
Yeah, and
that would have been better.
That, too. I wish they would have shown Archer's speech to the conference.
Oh, I know, they just cut that off.
Cutting that out seemed like a total cop-out.
Why don't they just put the speech in there and then have him on his ship on the bow and then him saying that?
Yeah.
And then cut it to, the original one, and then yeah.
Picard, and have Picard's Enterprise with the last ship.
It's like they were just lazy, or maybe they ran out of budget, or maybe they just didn't care, or maybe they're just like, I just want to finish this. Or they're just like slap, 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 slap. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, they're like wait,
we're time's up.
41 minutes. We have 1 minute to add some stuff in.
Like, let's hurry up and put it together. Who cares how we put it together? Like,
I kind of at that point now I kind of wish that at least been a 2-parter or at least a 2-hour episode.
The funny part about this, it just seemed like that. It just seemed like, oh, this goes, oh God, we have a minute left. Hurry up! And they just put it together and threw it out.
The speech, like, no, we don't got time for that. But
you're like, oh wait, it's in wrong order. Who cares?
Yeah, that was such a cop-out ending for me. Just like, oh boy, look, it's Riker. He's the most important one in this story, even though this is not an Enterprise story. And
then they're like, oh wait, oh God, we have a second left. Hurry up, just slap it together. Okay, air it.
Yeah, like just show the NX-01 going into warp. Like, fade to black, we're done. But yeah, I can only understand the speech. Then like you said.
It just felt really rushed.
Yeah, then show Archer and with the NX-01.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That would have been cool.
Have him say the first.
But they were just like, oh, let's just get rid of this. Oh, it's in wrong order. Oh well.
Yeah, it kind of makes Riker and the next generation crew feel more important than the Enterprise crew.
Yeah, which Enterprise was supposed to be about the Enterprise crew.
Yeah.
But
besides those little gripes with the whole series,
it was pretty good, and I don't agree now with people saying that it's garbage, it's not Star Trek, because I was one of those people. It actually is.
Yeah, actually, it's pretty good. I actually liked it.
And it is worthy of being a part of the.
Yeah, I think what we should do. We should probably do like a list, maybe with the essential episodes.
But the thing I have a question is, did they decide to make it more Star Trek-y when they lost people? Because it looks like they didn't give a crap about what we felt about it, and they just did whatever they want, and then when they start losing people are like, oh wait, let's make it Star Trek-y.
Or did people just like it the way it was in season 1 and then hated it when they made it more Star Trek-y?
I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, we should, back to what I was saying, we should make a list of all the essential episodes from season 1 and 2. So maybe if people don't want to sit to the whole seasons 1 and 2, they can just watch the most important parts.
Yeah,
and then jump to season 3 and 4.
The thing about it is that, okay, what I mean about that, it's like, wine. If you give people the good wine and then give them the crap afterward, it's like they just totally did the opposite. They just gave us the gross wine and they gave us the good wine afterward. But did they lose people because of the fact that I don't know, maybe
they took too long to get to the good shit. I don't know, maybe.
And maybe people just got bored and left, because that's how it would have been. I would have been like, oh, this is getting... Okay, I'm leaving. That's what happened exactly, because we started with Enterprise. We watched the first season.
On UPN.
Yeah, when it was first airing.
Yeah. It took Netflix for us to finally finish it.
Who in their right mind would be like, oh, it's getting Star Trek, let's leave it. I think what happened is people just got bored of it, and before they can get to the good part, they just left.
Yeah. I kind of,
That's what I'm saying. Did they, not care, or oh, whatever, let's do whatever we want? And then when they start losing people, are like, oh, let's make a Star Trek-y, so nobody cared anymore.
Yeah. Let us know what you think your answer to that is. Do you think that they made it good after they started losing people, or do you think they lost people because it got a lot like Deep Space Nine? People didn't want to see Deep Space Nine Part 2.
True, but it was still... I mean, why would you not like Deep Space Nine? It's Star Trek-y. But there was not that many politics like there was on Deep Space Nine. Like, Deep Space Nine is like a total another Babylon 5.
Yeah, I mean, because it gets like Deep Space Nine, but it gets like Deep Space Nine season 6-ish when the Dominion pop up. When the whole Dominion war becomes a thing.
Yes, but they're actually having adventures. And Deep Space Nine, it's always on the station. There's an adventure on the station.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, so you really can't be like it's... we didn't want to see Deep Space Nine Part 2 because it
really isn't.
It got like Deep Space Nine only after the Dominion War.
The problem is that when people, they start losing people, it started getting like TOS kind of a little bit, more... Just a
tad, yeah.
Yeah, just a tad, like more adventures, seeing more stuff. So I don't actually get why they would lose people for that, or, oh, it's getting more Star Trek-y, let's leave. I don't think that's the reason. I just think it's because, before it started getting interesting, people just got bored.
Yeah, true, good point. One dream shot I would like, though, maybe when they were... I would have loved to have seen the Enterprise going to decommission, at least.
Oh, I know.
Because the whole season finale talking about how they're going to decommission the Enterprise.
Maybe the episode was so sad because you're like, oh, they're so sad. They're they know they're gonna they know their adventure's ending.
Yeah, it was fun to see Shran again too.
I love
seeing
Shran.
I know. But what I know that it probably wouldn't have been possible because it's like 100 years before.
Yeah. I really love how they did the Andorians with their little antennas out. You know how they would move and they get sad because the original and even on.
I'm not sure they were showing up on Next Generation.
I don't think their antennas were removed.
We gotta rewatch Next Generation. I'm not sure when the Andorians even pop up in that series.
I love the more emotional range they had with Andorians and their interaction.
The antennas, yeah. Like I said, I know it's 100 years before, so it probably wouldn't have been possible, but it would have been kind of cool to see, or at least a prototype, when the NX-01 goes into dry dock, into space dock to be decommissioned. To have like a different shot of a Constitution class or a prototype Constitution class ship being built. That would have been fun to see.
Fun, yeah.
But yeah, otherwise than that, it was fun. Let us know, what do you think about Star Trek Enterprise? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Have you still not watched it because of what people said about it?
Do you think it ruined the Star Trek thing, which I thought it, but now that I've watched it, give it a chance and you might see that it's.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I do love the way, one thing I do love real quick to, bounce back. I know this is all in the wrong rambling order, but I love the fact that they showed how the Klingons lost their ridges. Yeah. I know that's mentioned really quickly in a few episodes.
Reminds me, wrong rambling order. Who cares? This is exactly how the show is.
Yeah, but other than that, let us know what you think. Until next time, this is Star Trek signing off.
This is David Sapphire, and hopefully you guys enjoy this and tell us what you think. And what's your favorite Star Trek? Yeah, who's your favorite captain too? Yeah. And until then, we'll see you next time here on Nerd Talk.